Hello! Thank you for coming to this video today, guys. I really appreciate it. This is my weekly Cardano AMA. It is the favorite thing I do on this YouTube channel. I love interacting with you guys. We get some of the same questions over and over again, but I still love it. My whole goal with these is to educate the community, keep up the dialogue, and keep you guys up to date. You know, we have the Monday AMAs, then we have the weekly recaps. So weekly recaps are a bit more concise, whereas the Monday AMAs are a bit more personal, right? I answer everyone's questions, keep you guys all up to date, educate you on some of the answers or questions that you may have missed in the past. And I think we're really building something beautiful here. What do you guys think? So we got AI already in the chat. What's up? Beekeeper said, buzz, buzz. What's up, man? Go for some honey right now. But also, if you guys are just clicking on this, I would really appreciate it if you left a like on this video. Click that notification bell, click all, and then also leave a comment down below if you're watching this afterwards. That and the watch time really does support my channel. It helps me get that Cardano message out there, so I really appreciate it. Real quick, before we jump into it, if you guys want to support me, the best way you can do so is by delegating to my pools Bloom. We have Bloom through Bloom 6. We pledge over 10 million Aida to the network to protect the network against Sybil attacks. We offer great returns. We actually have over 3,000 different delegates, right? So I would really appreciate it if you guys check those pools out. I also have a Twitter. That's twitter.com/bigpayyt. I do a lot of stuff on there, but that's the only little news I got for today. I also wanted to talk about Coinbase Rosetta. So we started talking conspiracies a little bit, right? Let me say hello to everyone real quick before we hop into it. Farrah said, hey, Pay, did you sign up to vote on Catalyst? Okay, so right after this AMA, there will be a video coming out, and it's going to be a Catalyst complete guide. So I haven't voted on Catalyst, but I have registered. That video will be coming right after this. I hate to upload 2 videos on the same day. I know it's a lot of content, but I was actually out of time or out of town over the weekend. And because I was out of town, I actually didn't have my mic on me, or did I have a computer? Or I would have been out of town recording this video for you the second, because it surprised me. You guys know day one, I would have had that video out day one. I would have had all the information you need to know how to register day one. That's my thing. That's what I do. But I was out of town, and trust me, my heart was like, oh, I can't educate, man. I can't educate. It was really bothersome. But I want to say hello to everyone. So what's up, Niek? I appreciate you swinging by. What's up, Farrah? What's up, Imanti? I'm ready to vote too, man. Grateful Head. Hey, y'all. Sam Griffin said, nice shirt. Thank you, man. Flawney said, first. James says, we got you, buddy. Thanks, man. Jay Culkin. What's up from Toronto? Hello. Major X, Coinbase sucks balls. It's not very nice. Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad. They've been pretty bad, especially with fees. I remember paying like 3% in the past. I don't know what it's at now. Farrah G said, any other Bloom 4 stakers here? I think I got some Aida in Bloom 4. Major X said, love your pool and your work. Thanks, man. I love you too. Enoch said, what's up? What's up, man? I appreciate it. Cardano Pizza Challenge. Yummy, yummy. Get your yummy on. What's up, man? Thanks for swinging by, Pizza Challenge. I already joined Bloom 3. Thank you, Niek. I really appreciate it. Don Cardano. Hey, everyone. What's up, Don? Thanks for swinging by. Jay Colkin said, question, can I move my stake back to mainnet after the snapshot tomorrow? Jay Colkin, I think you're referring to voting. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit confused specifically about the snapshot thing. Okay, Imanti, thank you for that information. Can you send me a link, Imanti? Imanti is saying, for people with hardware wallets, 1 hour before the snapshot, just send your Aida back to your ledger. Easy peasy. Can you send me a link for that, Imanti? I really appreciate that information, and I might include it in the video if you're correct, man. I really appreciate that. I've been confused about that, man. Voting begins tomorrow at 3 p.m. It does, and guess what I'm going to have tomorrow at 3 p.m.? A voting guide. How to vote. We're going to be voting tomorrow. I'm so excited, man. I know I haven't talked about it like much, but Voltaire is like one of the things that attracted me so much to Cardano. Let me just go, since I'm talking, let me go to this. Voltaire attracted me to Cardano. Just the idea of voting, a decentralized voting platform, like kind of a decentralized VC. I mean, this is amazing stuff. It truly is. It's amazing stuff. I'm so excited. It's finally happening tomorrow. And man said, don't worry, my man, you have a live. I do have a live. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you catching both of those videos. Dev Pryor said, hey, man, good to see you. Where'd you go this weekend? How'd you dress in snazzy? I actually went to New York. I got tested before and I got tested afterwards, so I'm being safe. But it was nice. I've never been to New York before. Saw Manhattan. I just went there for the weekend. It was really fun. I really enjoyed New York. It was breathtaking. It really was. From Ohio, so we don't really. I actually live in Columbus. In Columbus, we have a good bit of skyscrapers, man, but it's nothing like Manhattan, that's for sure. Motivation, he said, hey, everyone. Hey, what's up? John said, do you do it at least 2 hours? You need an hour and 30 minutes CCA to register? Okay. Dev Pryor said, you can move your Aida out of the dataless Catalyst wallet after the snapshot. Door said so in the video. Okay, Dev, I will look that up. I caught some of that video, but I had to move. I had to leave. I had to start working on the video itself. I should have caught the whole thing. Yeah, I really do like this hoodie, though. Look at it. It's got like pretty little flowers, and then it's got mushrooms on it, too. It's a beauty, man. It's a beauty. I love it. All right, on to the Coinbase Rosetta. So we had a little bit of a conspiracy. So Eye of the King, if you're here, you catch these sometimes. Love Eye of the King. He posts a lot of cool stuff on Twitter. Okay, got confirmation by the Catalyst team. Cool, man. Thanks. So I see a little bit of a loophole in that. I'm not going to talk about it, but if that's how it works, there's a little bit of a loophole there. Okay, so introducing Rosetta. Build once, integrate your blockchain everywhere. Coinbase. I know you guys hate Coinbase, but let's be honest, you have to think about, we just mentioned New York. You have to think about New York. Coinbase has a bit of a monopoly. I know there's a couple other exchanges you can use in Coinbase, but Coinbase has a bit of monopoly in New York, right? And this, I think, will happen in other jurisdictions as well, because that's how the world works. So by adding Aida to Coinbase, you're bringing in new users, and you're also allowing jurisdictions that can't currently buy Aida to buy Aida. So please get the negativity about Coinbase out of your head. I know we all hate it, but some people have to use it. It's terrible, but that's how it works. At Coinbase, we believe a thriving and open ecosystem is necessary for the promise of crypto to be realized, ultimately leading to our vision of a more economic freedom for the world as early as 2016. The Coinbase Secret Master Plan stated our commitment to the open source communities around crypto protocols. And last year, we outlined our strategy for connecting and growing the crypto community. Today, we're launching Rosetta, right? And remember, we had last week, let me go over to Eye of the King real quick. This is the article we're reading right now. And look, at the end right here, we said, finally, the team has released Rosetta v1.1. So that is what Charles was talking about during the, prior to that, the conspiracy, We're still not too sure about the IEO/ICO, but Coinbase initially developed Rosetta as a middleware used to integrate blockchains into its platform securely and painlessly. And today we're sharing it with the world in hopes it can ease development and integration time for both developers and crypto platforms alike. The Cardano blockchain, the number of blockchains, big mess up there, the number, not the Cardano, has grown dramatically in recent years. And with it comes a proliferation of different node and wallet APIs that can be challenging to navigate. The goal of Rosetta is to standardize how we interact with blockchains, making it easy for anyone to build on top of the blockchain for a variety of different use cases. For developers of new blockchain projects, the Rosetta interface makes it easier to ensure compatibility with exchanges that use Rosetta, and can dramatically speed up the time it takes to exchanges to integrate blockchains and protect consumer funds by ensuring specific security conditions are met. From the broader community of crypto developers, Rosetta makes it easier to build cross-blockchain applications such as block explorers, wallets, and Daps. Instead of writing custom parsing for every supported blockchain, applications can build a blockchain project's Rosetta implementation to read on-chain data and conduct transactions in a standard format, minimizing code and simplifying maintenance. As an open source software, Rosetta is easy for anyone to contribute to, and some blockchain teams have already started on providing feedback and support. And this is what kind of makes me mad. These teams include Filecoin, Salo, Near, Oasis, Untitled. Where's IOG? They made the thing. A guide to Rosetta, including full documentation, can be found here. The website also includes common development issues that incorporate lessons learned from our years in conversation with blockchain developers and consumers. We hope the lessons will be uniquely valuable for new blockchains and want to attract developers and get listed on major exchanges and build great user experience. Over time, our goal is to support a thriving ecosystem of Rosetta interfaces for many more blockchains, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Aida. Didn't say that, but along with even more tools and community resources. Check out our open source guidelines or get started here if you'd like to learn more. So I'm going to read a couple comments, and then we're going to watch the actual AMA from Charles's video. So let me go back and read some of these. Enoch said, I live in Ohio, Hall of Fame city. Nice tuning in from Ohio, man. Imanti said, I asked if it... Oh, yeah, I already read that one. I use your Royce, so you can't vote. AI, watch my video later, you can vote. Crypto Sayon said, great content, Pay, keep it going well. I hope I can go full screen real quick. I know you guys want to see the beautiful mushroom hoodie. Okay. Thanks, man. I will keep it up. I appreciate you swinging by. Cardano Pizza Challenge. Thank you for the $50 super chat. Hey, Big Pay, since you accepted the Cardano Pizza Challenge in November, what updates can you provide on Win Pizza? Are you planning a Cardano Pizza New Year's Eve party? That'd be pretty cool, man. Maybe we could try to do that and also do some sort of like, we could do like I could try to get some pizza with some Aida, and maybe we could do like a charity stream of some sort. We can just donate all of the super chats and everything we get to charity. I obviously have to find that charity first, but we can also see if we can get some pizza. I've been looking to do a charity stream, though. New Year's would be cool, but I feel like people are busy on New Year's, though. Maybe we can do it a day before or something. Big Pay, could you tell the guys that have Aida on Ledger Live, your Roy or other, there's a scam asking you to click? Yeah, so there's a scam saying, click a link of KYC reactivation on your Ledger's account. That's a scam. Never give your recovery phrase for your Ledger to anyone, no matter what. Ledger will never email you and say anything like that. Very important. Big Pay, I love Aida, but the process on daedalus catalyst loading is just too hard and convoluted. No one has time for catalyst to sync 5 hours. I give up too hard. It'll get easier, Dave. These are early things. A lot of the people here in this community are tech people, and they're willing to deal with this, but I'm sure in 6 months, it's going to be a lot better. I promise. Your Cardano update. What's up, man? Thanks for swinging by this video today. How are you doing, man? I enjoyed your most recent video. KNR said, Dave, law, it's so simple. How are you unable to complete that? KNR, be nice. It's not the fact that it's not simple. It's the fact that you have to sync the whole blockchain. And it would be nice if it was in your ROI already, or if you could just do it and you're already synced daedalus, you know? Mach 2 Aaron said, happy Monday, all. Hey, Pay. Was anyone in the Big Apple? What do you mean, was anyone in the Big Apple? I don't. Well, like, oh, was anybody there? Yeah, there's a bit of people there, but when you compare it to how it normally is, at least I was told that when you're there, normally it's shoulder to shoulder. You can barely even walk, right? You have to dodge people. No one was there. I mean, I could walk down the street without running into anybody. You know, I was obviously wearing a mask and being careful. But yeah, it's not. I think New York right now is a New York that you will never, ever see again. Also, the JFK airport was empty. Nobody. It was pretty crazy. Beekeeper said, in all fairness, I'm on Fios, so 35 minutes to sync Catalyst Wallet, then an hour sync. Yeah, I have good internet, good processor, so it was pretty quick for me, and I also have an SSD. Okay. So I wanted to watch that timestamp from Charles. Let me switch back over here. Okay, there we go. And then I also have to turn the audio on for you guys. Let me check it real quick.
That's a great interface. I really like it myself. And I was actually using it yesterday.
That? Okay, it looks good. I guess I have to hear it too, don't I?
They're actively working on a multi-sig coordination server, and multi-sig is fully supported on the
Sorry,
command
I'm a big
line.
weenie.
So
I apologize. I'm going to mute my mic.
Isn't so good. So we are implementing a coordination server, and we are implementing an interface for daedalus. So how's the there were issue of user education, and a lot of these journalists for some reason are still not familiar.
Does anyone have the timestamp? I thought I had it set up, but I'm a big weenie. Someone's saying 7:15, but it's not looking like 7:15 to me. That was for people complaining about them not having the Aida listed in the article. So let me... I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about this. Give me time and I'll be killer at this, I promise. Come on, I know it's in here. It was pretty cool. All right, I'll give it about 20 more seconds. If I don't find it, I'll give up on it. I'm sorry. Being a big weenie. Oh, no, that's not it. All right, our 20 seconds is running very short. Yep, I give up. Back to the AMA. What's up, Crypto Swag Stake Pool? How you doing, man? Thanks for swinging by. But essentially, Charles confirmed the audio stream's current bit rate is lower. You guys hear me all right? YouTube's complaining. But what's up? Oh, so we were looking for... no, you haven't missed anything. I was talking specifically about... Charles mentioned the... Let me switch back to full. Charles mentioned the Rosetta and Coinbase integration. IOG actually did the Coinbase Rosetta integration. We talked a little bit earlier about what Rosetta is. It's essentially an open source software that allows certain blockchains and certain companies to build things easier. And it's kind of like a unifying piece of software that allows you to communicate between blockchains. And also, if you learn how to use that software, you'll be able to use multiple different blockchains with one. It kind of reminds me of like DB Sync, right? With Cardano. I know some of you guys don't know what that is, but that's what people use to view stuff, like for Aida pools and Pool Tool. Imagine Rosetta as kind of like a way to do that for multiple blockchains. That's what IOG built. There's more to it, but give me some questions, guys. We'll just go ahead and start the AMA. I'm done talking about Coinbase. Said fine, cool. Thanks for complimenting my hoodie, man. I do love it. Yeah, I love the mushrooms. I do. I don't know what kind of mushroom it is. I really don't. Cardano Pizza Salad said, "Thanks, Dave. Big Pay is pro Cardano. He's 100% legit. Who was questioning my Cardano integrity? That's all I do, man." The Mobile Journal said, "Where are you located at in the States?" "I'm in Ohio. Thanks for swinging by." Carlos said, "Voting rewards. I will go over the voting rewards in my video later today, and I'll also go over them tomorrow, but there are rewards. I'm not sure if it's going to be a lot." And he said, "I'm not technical at all and wouldn't know where to begin to stake ETH or vote in EIPs. Daedalus just makes it so easy for non-devs to use Cardano for staking and voting." I agree, man. So does your Roy. Yeah, you're right, Wayne Morgan. Yeah, so you're right, Andy. It is really cool it is divided over the voters. ADHD's kicking in. So it is really cool that how easy it is to actually vote with, or not vote, but stake with Daedalus, right? Because you compare it to ETH, you have to set up a node. You have to have 32 ETH to do it. And from what I've heard, you don't even get your rewards for a year, right? And then once enough people are staked, the rewards are going to fall down. I think they're at like 15% last time I checked. Those rewards are going to fall down from 15% a year down to like 0.5% a year, right? And then a year from now, they'll finally get paid for the original rewards. It's very interesting the way they're doing it. It's not really what I would have expected. Chris PW said, "What happened to the Cardano effect?" That's a really good topic, man. So it all started off with Charles funding them, and there was kind of a beautiful creation of the Cardano effect, right? It was kind of community driven. They had people make logos with an Aida reward. It was really a community built thing, right? And Charles was funding it with IOG. And they funded it, I think, for 70 something episodes. Following that, the Cardano Foundation picked up and they funded it, I want to say, for about 50 episodes, maybe a little less than that. And then after they funded the Cardano effect for 50 episodes, they actually came on and asked for Aida. They're saying, "Hey, we're working our butts off doing this podcast. We need some Aida. We don't want to rely on the Cardano Foundation anymore. We want to rely on the community." And where I think the issue lied, they requested, when I checked, I think it was about 33% of the total fund. And I think that was the issue, right? Nothing against them, I don't, their content brings a lot of value, right? It does. And the amount they're asking for, I do not think was too high. I don't. I think it was perfectly fine. The issue was the fact that it was 33% of the total fund. And that's what I even commented that and said, hey, I would love to support you guys. I would love to vote for you. I'll use every dang Aida I have to vote for you guys. The issue is that you're taking 33% of the first fund. And that's biased, right? Because here I am, I have a Catalyst proposal on there, 7%, So if what I said had any impact on them closing down the podcast, I would have never said that in a million years, right? And I don't think it did have any impact, but they didn't get funding. I wish that what they would have done is either cut down the price or they would have just went through with it. I'm sure they would have got funded or waited till the next proposal and done it. But the Cardano effect will be missed. They've really helped build this community. We've had a lot of great times on there. I loved going on the Cardano effect, and I wish I could have been on there again before they closed it. It's a great opportunity to be on there, especially in the Cardano community, and I have a lot of respect for Rick and Philippe, specifically for allowing other stake pool operators on there, allowing other people in the community on there, and they really had a great show. I learned a lot from them, and the only person that I've learned more from about Cardano than them is Charles, and that says something about the quality of that podcast, right? So it is really sad for me to see it go. I hope that maybe it's just a break. They did say in the final episode, they said all things must come to an end, a hard lesson about life. But I hope that, they take a couple months off and they see how much everyone misses them and they see the hole that they left and they come back. And I'd be willing to vote for them. So I hope they do come back, or they do other things. I wish them the best of luck in whatever their future endeavors are. They've done a great job, and it's not their responsibility to keep doing the podcast if they don't want to. But if the funding was really the issue, I hope that changes. Right? I don't know. I feel like there's something more to it. Right? I don't feel like it was just the funding. Because they could have just got the funding. But you never know what's behind closed doors. So that was all speculation. But to close out on that, just thank you guys, man, for the excellent content and for all the time and hard work you spent through the hard days of 3 cents. They started the podcast at like 40 cents and watched Aida go all the way down to 3 cents. And you know what they were doing each and every week? Making more podcasts, right? That just says something. They were here for Cardano, not the price. Okay. It made me sad for some reason. I really did like the Cardano effect. So, I already read that one. Ohio, nice. Tuning in from Longmount, CO. Thanks. I appreciate you swinging by, man. Y King said, how long are you into crypto? So heavy into it. Early 2017. Kind of into it. Probably 2016, 2015. But I was a little bit young at the time, so I didn't have much money to really get into it. You know what I mean? Wayne Morgan said, any release today for the DevNet? I haven't heard anything, but I'm sure I could see it on IOG's Twitter. Yep, no posts on IOHK Media since December 12th, or no, 11th. Input, output. Okay, what are we looking at? Okay, yeah, I don't see any releases yet today. Could be one, though. Also, while everyone's here, I want to get you guys all hype for... we're doing another watch party. You guys said you wanted it, so we're going to do another watch party. There's going to be a big Africa announcement. I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with Ethiopia. So we're going to be doing the same thing. We do a little bit of AMA before and after, and then I shut up talking in the chat for the duration of the watch party. I hope you guys can all make it there. It's on the 17th. Let me see what time that is. I do enjoy doing these live streams with you guys. It's a lot of fun. So it's 17:30 GMT, 13:30 EDT. So I think that's 1:30 EST for me. Let me look it up. 17:30 GMT to EST. It's 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys make it to that. We'll be starting at 12:10 EST if you guys want to make it to that live stream. I'm on the wrong one. I'm sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I wasn't looking at it. Hey, Pay, any idea on how much Aida is currently registered to vote? I do. I think it's around 270 million Aida is registered to vote in the current moment. Chris said, hi, Pay. I want to start a stake pool of my own. Is it worth starting a stake pool now, or am I too late as there's already so many pools? It's a good question, man. It really depends on the person, right? There are a lot of pools. It is a very saturated market, I would say. If it's your passion and you have a niche that you would like to fulfill, I would say go for it. I would tell anyone that, right? Just because there's so many pools doesn't mean that you won't make it, although I won't tell you it's easy, right? Carla said, too much. That's all. What do you mean too much? Give me a little bit more information. Hey, man. You said too much. I think you're talking about the Cardano effect. I didn't think it was too much. I think the percent was too high, but the amount they were asking for wasn't, in my opinion. Because, you got to realize there's 3 people behind that podcast, man. People have to be paid for their time, or they'll do something else. Michael said, hey, man, took some time away from crypto and now getting back in, have some Aida. What should I look for in a stake pool? I have no idea where I should stake. Any advice? So the thing that impacts rewards the most is total stake, right? So if you delegate to a pool that only has 1 million stake, that minimum cost per epoch, that's 340, it really eats up a large percentage of your rewards, right? So what I would look for in a stake pool is a pool. And I know I get a lot of hate for saying this, but it's just true, man. If you don't want this to be the case, then put a minimum margin in. I'm not saying I'm calling for that, but that's why this is the case. Delegate to a pool over 5 million. Also keep in mind that a fee percentage, right? This is obviously biased. I charge a premium price for Bloom, although we do provide great rewards. It's a very negligible amount of Aida that you pay your stake pool operator, right? So if you look at 4 to 5%, right? That's a 20% increase in rewards for the operator, to whereas for you, that 1% is most likely a few Aida per year, depending on how much Aida you have, right? If you have millions of Aida, then it might be, maybe a couple hundred Aida a year. But oftentimes by you giving that extra percent to the operator, it's a lot more to the operator than it is to you, so. And people try to push that message a lot, and I think it's important. But what you should look for in a stake pool is trust in your operator. All the operator has to do is be online and mint blocks. If they miss those blocks, you won't be getting good returns, right? You don't want to chase operators that say have a 9% return, right? Because it's not because they were great, they have some secret sauce. It's because they got lucky, right? Over time, everybody will average out to around 5 to 6%, I would say. Sometimes maybe even less than that. But over time, it'll all average out as long as your stake pool operator is minting your blocks, right? And the big kicker, in my opinion, is that minimum cost per epoch. That's really the only thing that you can get killed by delegating to a pool, right? Because if a pool's at 1 million, then you're going to lose. Let's look it up real quick. And I'm not dogging these pools, man. I'm not. It's important to note, for people asking this. So a pool at 1 million is, it's above 20%, which is a lot. 20% of your rewards. Why make a separate desktop application for Catalyst instead of just adding it to the current Daedalus desktop app? I'm not sure, man. I'm sure there's a technical reason behind that. I'm not sure. Victor said, there's nothing stopping them from continuing the podcast. Plenty of people start off with no money. I don't agree with that, Victor. They didn't just start off. They've been doing this for 2 years, and they were funded from day one, right? There's no reason. I run my podcast for free. I am applying for funding, obviously, but I did this channel for free for a long time until Bloom, but I hate that there's this thing within Cardano, right? Because we're all here for a mission, right? We want to help people in the world. We want to have, economic identity for people. We want to have financial freedom for people. A lot of us are here for very good reasons. But because of that, there's this dirty thing when anybody asks for money to do anything, unless you're a developer. And I think we really need to get that out of our head, because money is what incentivizes behavior, right? So just because someone's asking for money does not mean they're a bad person, right? I feel like we just need to get that out. The Cardano effect was worth that, right? And I feel that my podcast would be worth that. You might disagree with the amount, depending on where you live or you don't enjoy it. But I hate that When anyone asks for any amount of money, it's they don't need that. They can do it for free like all of us are, right? Just let people decide, Edwin said, that hoodie, though, I do like it. Carlos said, yeah, I was talking about the Cardano effect, but the way you explained it made more sense to me. Yeah, man. I mean, they've been here since the beginning, Wayne Morgan said, have you upgraded to 1.24 yet? I actually have not. I wait a few days for other people to find the bugs, but trust me, Bloom will be upgraded and ready to go before the fork. Beekeeper said, how much can it cost to do a YouTube video? I mean, it depends on what you consider cost, right? I mean, it can get very broad, right? It depends on where you live. It depends on the computer you're using. It depends on the webcam. It depends on the mic. It depends on the value of your time, right? It can cost $0 to use a video. I mean, you could go make a video at the library if the library has a webcam and a mic for $0. You could upload it on a free platform, But when you start looking at cost for a microphone, cost for a webcam, cost for time, cost for learning, cost for the value that you're providing, Me making this live stream right now, how much does it cost? $0. But do you want to count my computer, that my RTX card is blurring the background? Do you want to count my webcam, which I'm going to be upgrading? I want to get a new camera. I also want to work on my audio. I really want to make this more artsy. I know it doesn't matter to you guys, but it matters to me. I want everything to be more perfect, and I will be working on that, and you guys will be seeing those changes. But you can make a video for free, man. I mean, CE did not want to take it slow with this brand new project. How do you check to see what blocks your pools are going to produce? You have to use scripts made by third party. They use Python. If you come to the Discord, message me. I'll send you the link to those. If you have a pool, I can show you that. You can't see what blocks the pool you're delegating to, right? You have to have access to the VRF keys, and only the state pool operators do. Is there a tool to see how much Aida in a pool besides Daedalus? Yeah, aidapools.org or pooltool.io. Jesus Christ said, it feels weird just saying that because that's your name. IOHK is for profit, so the Cardano effect should be funded. Yeah, I mean, they're for profit, but the Cardano effect can just be funded by the blockchain. Imant said, if you pay people, you give them responsibility and accountability. If you don't pay them, you have no consolidated commitment. Yeah, I agree with that. Keep the questions coming, though. We might cut it a little early. It seems like you guys aren't as hyped up as usual, and I do have to post that voting video. But if you keep the questions coming, we'll keep going. There's 116 people here, but there's only 46 likes. Please leave a like on this video. Click that notification bell. Click all if you can. I would appreciate it. Trade Feed said, CE have started from much smaller amount in Fund 2. Yeah, I said that earlier. Either done that or waited. They could have just did half the amount. But it's none of my business at the end of the day. I wish it wouldn't have ended. If they had to, just lost my train of thought. If that would have kept the podcast open for the full amount, then I would have been fully supportive of it. Mach 2 Aaron said, hey, Pay, what's happened over Christmas for you? A little bit of celebration. My grandma's very paranoid about COVID. So she's actually, I usually get together with my grandma and we do Christmas stuff together. But she's very paranoid about COVID. So she has actually canceled Christmas this year. Which makes me a little sad. There's nothing like being in the jolly season, right? But what else will I be doing? I'm sure I will be going to maybe one Christmas party. I have some friends that I grew up with. There's about 7 of us. We're best buddies. We grew up together, we went to school together, and we've always stayed really, really close. They're great, genuine guys, genuine people. And I'm sure we'll be getting together, but that might be all I'm doing this Christmas. Beekeeper said, I'm really a honey shroom on your shirt. I've been trying to figure out what it was. I was thinking about, I found this this algorithm that will actually tell you what mushroom it is. I was thinking about taking a picture of it and putting it on there, but I'll have to look that up. Mr. Multi-Checker said, can you explain Liquid a bit? Does lending yield more rewards than staking? Most likely. But I'm actually going to have the Cardano Aura episode number 10 with the guy from Liquid this Friday, 3 p.m. EST. Make sure you tune into that. It's going to be a live stream. You can come with your own questions. It's all you guys. So if a small pool doesn't get any blocks in an epoch, do they still get charged the cost per epoch? I want to say no, but I'm not 100% positive. The pool is not who gets charged the cost per epoch, right? But I don't know if it gets taken into the next epoch. So what happens is the minimum cost per epoch is taken out of the total rewards, right? So Bloom in the past, I think when we were at like 130 million, we were paying out like 150,000 ADA per epoch. That 340 is subtracted from the total rewards, right? So that's why if you're delegating to a pool with only 1 million and the total rewards is, say, random number, say 2,000, or let's say like 6,000 because they got a block, or 4,000, somewhere in that range, 4,000 to 6,000, then that 340 is subtracted from that. So you see how that's a much greater percentage than the 150,000. Farah G said, can you explain to me more of the 5 days between blocks and how they work? Day 1 snapshot, day 2. So the way snapshots work is, so you have a snapshot. I hate that this is inverted, right? So you have a snapshot here, right? And then you wait 5 days. So you say you delegate in between these two periods. So the snapshot's going to be here, right? And then you wait a whole nother epoch, and then the snapshot's taken, and then finally this epoch, the next one, is when you start minting blocks. So the blocks are minted based on the amount at that first snapshot that I said, right? And then you mint the amount of blocks based on the ADA at that snapshot. So following that, then the rewards are calculated. You wait another epoch, and then the rewards are paid. And then each epoch boundary is another snapshot. It's a never-ending cycle, right? So if you have more ADA this snapshot, you're going to get more ADA when you're paid. If you have less ADA, you're going to get less ADA when you're paid. The snapshot's what determines your ADA. If you send $1 million out of your wallet and send $1 million back before the snapshot's over, you won't lose any rewards. Jay Culkin said, in your opinion, what is the best and most interesting project idea? That's a good question, man. I don't know. I'm not going to answer that. Good points, Peyton. We all want to make the Cardano ecosystem a great place. Sad to see the Cardano effect go, but glad you're sticking with the Fund 2 submission. Looking forward to voting soon. Yep, I do have my podcast on there. I hope you guys check it out. I would appreciate your vote, but yeah, sad to see him go. I agree, man. Imanti said, total lockdown here, but the crypto market never closes. Yeah, it sucks, man. You're in a total lockdown. Dev Pryor said, what do you think about making a native token to give early delegates percentage of your operating rewards to incentivize to delegate to a pool? I'm actually already doing that, Dev. I am making a Bloom token. It's not a bad idea. Liquid looks pretty cool. And the guy that wants to do the Shopify Aida, yeah, I forgot Liquid's on there. Yeah. And then I also like, I think it's ABCD. I had him on the podcast, Josh from POA. I think that's a really cool idea. Amant said, your grandmother is an intelligent and responsible person. Be safe, guys. Family could wait one more year, but if someone dies, it is a tragedy for life. I agree with that, man. But the issue was, Amant, and I'm not a doctor, right? I can look at numbers and derive opinions on those, but obviously the numbers can be invalid. But the issue is I wish we could have just had a smaller Christmas, right? No one travels from afar. Let's say 4 or 5 people, right? They could even be tested beforehand. I don't think that canceling Christmas with 4 or 5 people that are all tested beforehand is responsible and intelligent. I think that's a bit overboard, in my opinion, right? And you can disagree with me, and it's not that I think you're wrong. I respect your opinion, but to me, looking at the numbers, it's a bit overboard, right? She's not in the risk factor class either. Victor said, content is more important than the gear you use. I agree with that. Don't disagree. But I like to have quality content, or not quality content, but quality gear too. You know, I feel like that does add to it. I'm a bit of a tech guy, you know, and tech guys like to slowly move towards an equilibrium in their brain of quality stuff. Slice Keeper said, is 59 million Aida a saturated pool? No, it's not. Also, what is the sweet spot number again? What do you mean sweet spot number? Sweet spot in Aida? I'd say 59 million is probably pretty good in terms of rewards, but you want to make sure that it's not oversaturated. Mach 2 Aaron said, shame for your grandma. It's a weird world in the moment. All sorts of things that used to make sense currently don't. Send her the best wishes and looking forward to 2021. Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. Yeah, and I did send her the best wishes, you know. I told her I was going to drop off her Christmas present in a little package at the door. Ohio here also in W area. Yeah. Well, it was kind of my fault Christmas was canceled. It really was. She said, "Oh, we're gonna have Christmas and we're all gonna wear masks and we're all gonna then when we eat, we're gonna take our masks off." And I'm like, that makes absolutely no sense. If I'm gonna sit 1 foot away from you with a mask off, then you're that worried about it, but you think the masks are gonna fix everything, then we just shouldn't do it in the first place. You know, if we're gonna wear masks and then take them off to eat, it completely defeats the point. You know, I mean, I see how it works in restaurants, right? I mean, it's a little weird in restaurants how they take them off when they eat, but at least when people are walking by other people, it makes complete and total sense, you know. But at a family event and you just take them off and you all sit in front of each other at a table, and because I said that to her, it clicked, and she's like, "You're right," and canceled it. I was like, God, maybe I should have just let her live in her cuckoo land. Cuckoo land of masks working when you take them off and sit in front of each other. Not that I don't agree with masks, you know. Got to be real touchy with this subject in your words, so I'll move on. Will Daps and fees ultimately be the driver of price for Aida in your opinion, or smart contracts? As far as driver of price, I don't know. Yeah, but I do think the lower fees for Daps will be the driver of adoption. Ouroboros over Rena trending idea problem statement. As transactions increase on the Cardano network, every node cannot relay every message using yeah, I agree. Rena's awesome, man. I really enjoyed having him on. Did you see where SBO owner CFlow wants IOG to implement a protocol mechanism where SBO grants access to delegates before their stake takes effect? What do you think of that? Implement a protocol mechanism where SBO grants access to delegates before. I think there's none of that. No access to delegates. What I would prefer is a limit, right? If the pool's going to be saturated from your delegation, you could at least have a hard stop in your roll your data list that says, no, you can't delegate 20 million to this pool that's already at 64, you know? But I shouldn't have to pick and choose everyone that comes to my pool. I mean, that's not really decentralization. But I think there's a theoretical thing on why that is not the case, right? And I don't know that theory. I wasn't in the room where they designed that. XSX says, what is the cost of running a high quality pool, right? That's another very, very highly dependent. Do you mean a high quality pool in the cloud that's ready for Goguen? I mean, that could be a couple $100 just for one node, right? If you want a dedicated server on the cloud that's ready for Goguen, or if you want to set up a PC at home and you have a fiber connection, you have good latency, you're not worried about people shutting off your power, you can get a good PC that's ready to do that for, with Goguen ready, I would say. We don't have much information on that, but you can say you get a good one for $600, $700. If you want something that'll work now, you can get something for $300, Some people are even doing Raspberry Pis, right? But you said high quality. So I would say probably in the $6,000 to $1,000 range, to really future-proof it, get a big SSD. Chisel said, give us a little price prediction for this year. Hype us. I'm not doing it, man. It's not a price channel. I'm sorry. How do we see the status of voting? I know I have a link. I have a link for this somewhere. Did I get rid of it? Am I a big weenie? Yeah, I'm a big weenie. I will release a video later and I'll include that link in the description down below. I'm sorry about that. Okay, also I have a sponsor of this, so I want to say big shout out, and hold on. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I'm not very cultured, right? So we'll go to both real quick. They're in the chat today. It's I'm not going to say it. We're going to have Google pronounce it, right? So hold on. I have to make sure I spell it right. Okay. I want to say Gaia, but we're going to ask Google. So big shout out to the sponsor of this AMA today. It's been a big fan of the podcast. I've always seen him/her around, or it's him. You know, I got his name earlier. So let's see Google pronounce this. All right.
Earth, Mother Earth, if you wish. How do you go about pronouncing it? It is a word named after a Greek god, by the way. Gaia.
I said it right. Gaia. So big shout out to Gaia Stake Pool. You can see the link to their website down below. But big shout out to Gaia Stake Pool. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video and also being a big supporter of this channel, man. I really appreciate it, especially when I see people come to most of the AMAs. You know, it's okay to miss some, but I do see it, you know, and I appreciate it. But make sure you guys check them out. Links down below. Anthony said, "Hey everyone, what's up, Pay? Sorry I'm late. No worries, Anthony. Thanks for swinging by, man." The L33 said, "Do you get rewarded in Aida for voting?" You do. You do get rewarded in Aida. JT said, 14 days to slow the spread. Masks don't work. I'm not sure, man. I'm not a doctor. I'm sure some masks do, you know. Anthony said, sweet shirt, bro. Sweet shirt, bro. Thanks, man. AG said, 0.90 by end of the year. That'd be pretty crazy. Victor said, I feel you. I'm in the same, having high standards for quality sound. Oop. Got to switch back to just your boy here. Okay. So I feel you. I'm in the same, having high quality standards for sound. I guess what I'm saying is you should build an audience before you invest in expensive gear. Oh, Victor, I completely agree with you, man. I don't really think that you should request funding for a podcast if you don't already have the audience in the backing, right? I mean, that's obviously biased. I'm obviously in the place to say that. But yeah, you shouldn't invest in expensive gear before you have anything, you know? There's a small difference there, right? Let's say you have 700 subscribers and I go look at your channel. You've been making videos for 6 months and they're awesome. I would vote for you, man. Like, for example, Why Cardano has an awesome podcast, right? Or awesome channel. And he doesn't have the biggest following. So should he not submit a proposal because of that? No, not at all. But I'm saying if you have 0 subs, you haven't made anything before, then don't submit a proposal. Don't buy high quality gear, you know, at least in my opinion, you know, do what you want. Just, I wouldn't vote for you if you have 0 subs and no kind of accreditation. I delegated to Bloom and I got some rewards. However, when I withdraw the tokens, it doesn't add up. My balance disappear. Please explain why. Let me read that again. Okay, so I think the reason that it doesn't add up is specifically the Yoroi balance already shows the amount of ADA that you have, right? So say you have 10,000 ADA, you're paid 100 in rewards. Well, it'll show 10,100. And when you withdraw it, it'll still show 10,100 minus the fee you paid to withdraw. But there's no reason to withdraw your rewards as long as you continue staking. And it's for one reason. It's because when you withdraw your rewards, or when you get your rewards, they're already staked because they're paid to your staking address. And that staking address is already delegated to the pool. So if you're not selling the ADA or sending it anywhere, you might as well just not claim it. You know, you might as well just leave it in there. Daniel A. said, hope it does well. What do you mean, man? Hope what does well? Mach2 Ergen, he said, been quite a bit of a debate recently by various YouTubers. ETH versus Polkadot versus Aida. What's your particular view around copy and paste, similar/same tech? Although community is very diff due to tribal. So I obviously have a biased opinion here. But I wouldn't say Polkadot's a copy, right? They referenced IOG's papers. I mean, if you know about peer review and papers and research, that's kind of the whole point, right? The whole point of open source or open papers or peer review is so other people can build off of that. And it's not copying. It's more flattery, right? I mean, last time I checked, I think there was over like 90 something references for the papers that they use. So that's not copying. That's flattery, right? It's the same way Tesla, for example, when they design things, as far as I know, they release a lot of it open source, right? So when someone looks at Tesla's battery technology and they build an electric car, but they add something different, they have different ideologies, they have a different engineering standpoint, and they go in a different direction, I wouldn't call that copying. Do I know not enough about Polkadot to say that they're going in a different direction? No. But would I assume they are? Yeah. And I wouldn't say it's copying. ETH, I'm not really too interested in the staking for one reason. You don't get paid your rewards for a year. The staking rewards are 0.5%. And I'm worried that ETH might be overvalued relative to Aida, not financial advice. It's probably not overvalued in relative terms compared to the total market cap of the rest of the assets in the world. But compared to Aida, I would say it is, as long as Goguen goes as well as we all think it will. Right. Hope that makes sense. Cody Bird said, lol, it's not doing 90 cent by end of the year, guys. Stop being ridiculous. We're here for the long term. I agree, Cody. But people can dream, man. I don't have any problem with that, unless we get some crazy parabolic face. Yo, Big Pay, shout out to you. Shout out to you, G. Thanks for swinging by. Beekeeper said, great work, Pay. Keep it going. I will, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video. 72 likes here and 118 people. What the hell? Is it possible for Aida holders to get airdrops from Daps that run on a blockchain similar to EOS? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All you would have to do is the DApp developer would have to choose that, right? So it'll happen. You just have to keep up with the projects. And you probably have to participate in a way, would be my guess. Cardano Pizza said, hey, Sir Charles, if you're watching, win pizza. I don't think Charles is watching, man. Man doesn't even follow me on Twitter. I know he's watched some of my content before, but if he doesn't follow me on Twitter, he's not a big fan. It's okay though. Please add the Cardano Pizza Challenge to your 21. Yeah. When's Charles going to be the pizza challenge, man? G said, Tomac, what wallet do you have, Yoroi or Daedalus? I think he was talking about Yoroi because you can't claim the rewards in Daedalus. It does it for you. Beekeeper said, you will get rewards for voting on Catalyst. You will. Dave said, in regards to the comment about rewards, why doesn't it show as a transaction? If we need to keep record, I agree completely, Dave. I hate that it doesn't show as a transaction. It's really annoying. I hate it. I agree. I hope they add that in the future. The King Turoff said, I don't want to participate in voting until it's available on main Daedalus. That's fine, man. Might be a good way to go. Tomek says, thank you so much for your answer. No problem, man. Wayne says, Dot uses Ouroboros. That's what I've heard. A Beekeeper said the record of transactions in my Daedalus wallet. Klaus says, I can't download the Daedalus wallet. Yeah, why? Edwin said, Pay, if I wanted to take all my profits, I withdraw all my Aida, and I have two different withdrawals, one from wallet and one from rewards. Or is it something else? No. So you have addresses, right? And those are the ADDR1s that you have. And then you have staking addresses, and those start with stake. Those are all tied together in one wallet. So what you do is you complete a transaction to claim the rewards to the staking, claim the staking rewards to the regular ADDR1. And then after you claim those rewards, you can send them from this wallet to you want to sell it, whatever wallet you want to sell it at. Zelda Stake Pool said, love your videos. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, Zelda Stake Pool. Your rewards go in your staked wallet. Yeah, they do. LLC said, last question, or let question. I heard you need 8,000 Aida to vote, and you get rewarded for that. What if you have more than 8,000? Then you can just vote. Yeah, that's the threshold, man. So if you have 110, go for it. I have a Cardano or a podcast. I could use your vote. Bitcoin Bullion Bullet said, what up from Bend, Oregon? Love your content. I would love to go to Oregon, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Monty said, more voting power. He was replying to the last question. He's right. Peter Habat said, can you please tell me which pool I can delegate to? I don't understand how it works. I actually have videos on this, Pieter. I have multiple videos. I have how to delegate your stake in Yoroi, how to delegate your stake in Daedalus, how to choose your stake pool. I operate the pool Bloom. We have Bloom through Bloom 6. I would watch that video, man, if you want to know how to delegate. It's very, very important. Yeah, I didn't thank him, did I? I read his comment, but I didn't thank you. So thank you, Cardano Pizza Challenge, for the super chat, man. It means the world. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. There's something in the back of my head today. It's like I'm focusing on something that's not there. I'm being a weenie. I'm being a big weenie. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I mean, that's probably more than I'll make from 10 videos. So it really does mean the world. Let me scroll down here. Can you please... Oh, yeah. So back to that question, man. If you would like a step-by-step guide, search on my channel. Go to videos. Go to how to delegate in Daedalus, how to delegate in your Roy. I operate Bloom. I would recommend going to Bloom 4, Bloom 5. You can check the actual IDs, the pool IDs, at bloompool.io/ID. Make sure you check that there. G, repeat the question. I forget what Tomek's question was. I've answered a lot of questions. Crypto Sim Swagpool says Dot uses a protocol similar to Ouroboros called Babe. I like that. Babe. Billy said, just to stop and say good hi and bye. Time to work. Thanks, man. Thanks for swinging by for a second. I appreciate it. From Sweden. That's awesome, man. I would love to visit Sweden. Do you get more Aida rewards if you have more than 8,000? You do. Can you offer some key takeaways? Voting rewards for doing so. So I am going to have a voting video in about probably 20 minutes after this. So make sure you guys watch my channel for that. If you want to make sure you don't miss it, please click that notification bell below this video and click all notifications. That'll make sure you guys stay up to date. I'm going to be having 2 videos coming out. The first one is going to be tonight on how to register to vote. And then the one tomorrow is going to be how to vote. And it's very imperative that you register to vote tonight or tomorrow morning. Because if you don't, then you won't be able to vote. How big should a pool be to break even after expenses? Is a newbie better off just buying instead of trying to grow a pool? Small pools can't bring natural delegates. It really depends on your expenses, man. I mean, if you're just paying $20 nodes and $60 and you know how to do it yourself, I mean, you can break even pretty fast, you know. If you have your own node at home, your own computer at home, and you have your own connection already set up, you're already paying all those bills, you know. I mean, you staking your own can be that, you know. So it really depends. Oh yeah, send that link, Anthony. All of the videos on the staking page as well. I would appreciate if you sent that link. Thank you. I forgot about that. Crypto Caesar said, has there been any word on Catalyst iOS? It's out. It's out. I will show you that in my video later today. G said, not receiving rewards after withdrawal from the Yoroi wallet. Only started staking today on Yoroi. If you just started staking today, it takes a few epochs for rewards. Gaia Stake Pool said, thanks for the shout out, Peyton. I couldn't seem to find any new information about starting or about using a Stake Pool pledge wallet for voting. I'm guessing that is still not possible. Join my Discord, man. I'll send you the link to that. I have a link, but I don't have it pulled up. It's going to take me a minute to find, but you can vote with your pool pledge. I'll send you that link. Just make sure you be careful with it. You know, pledge is important. You don't want to lose that Aida. If you expose it to the internet, bad news. C said, thanks. Appreciate it. No problem, man. Unknown said, nice. Thanks. ZG said, can you explain a bit more around the voting snapshots? At what points do you need to have the Aida within the wallets? Do we have to lock that Aida in a wallet for a certain amount of time? Normally you would, but not for this one. That'll be explained in my video later tonight. Make sure you guys tune in for that. I'm not trying to bring you to that video. I just, I have some information written down, and I don't want to give you false information because that's not solidified in my head. After I make a video, after I rewatch it, is when it clicks, and it helps me with these AMAs because I've already talked about it. So it's before I've released it, so it's a little bit foggy. Addie said, regarding your Bloom coin, what is your actual plan? The plan is still in the works. You know, I have to really define the economic scheme behind it. You know, it's going to cost me Aida to send you guys Bloom tokens. You know, it's going to cost me Aida to do this. So I have to design a reward scheme that is financially makes sense, you know, and also a incentive for you guys to even want the coin, you know, so say it's shirts or hoodies or whatever it may be. You know, I have to define some incentive scheme. I would also like it to have the ability to stake You know, maybe we could even add some voting properties to it. You know, it's just it's going to take a bit of time. You know, native assets aren't coming until February, so I have some time to design the incentive scheme behind it. But I really like the game theory stuff, so just expect some cool stuff to come out of it. Dev Pryor said, hey man, I have a decent bag, nothing over $1 million or anything, but when K is 1,000, if I manage to scrape together like 300K Aida, do you think I could run a pool that makes a small profit on my own? Without delegation, and if you don't run your servers at very, very low cost, you're not going to make a higher profit than you would delegating, right? Unless you receive delegation. Leonard said, where would the Aida price be in 2021? What do you think? I don't do price predictions, man. I'm not I'm not like really a technical analysis guy. You know, I just like Cardano. I'm here for the mission, here for the long term. You know, I don't really worry about day-to-day price. Unless we went to like some crazy parabolic phase, you know, I might sell a little bit at the top, you know. Obviously not any of the pledge, of course, but a little bit of, you know, a percent of sort. But that's only if a parabolic phase was happening. You know, I'm here for the long run. But I'm going to go ahead and close it out today. We've gone for an hour and 1 minute, or an hour and a minute. I had an awesome time. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Real quick before we hop off here, if you could, please leave a like on this. If you made it to the end of the video, please type Coinbase Rosetta down below. You have a crystal ball, Pay? If I had a crystal ball, I'd be rich, man. If I had a crystal ball, I'd be doing these AMAs, and then following that, I would just be giving out money. I'm like, oh, you need money, Imanti? Oh, you need money, Anthony? Well, here's a fat stack. Here's another fat stack. I have so much money I give back. I give back to everyone. I wish I had a crystal ball, man. All of you would have much better lives. I feel like I wouldn't, though. If I had a crystal ball and I just knew everything, I'd probably be the most resentful, like, mother hecker in the world, you know? So what's the point? What's the point? You know, it's like fast forwarding through a movie. So what's the point? Crypto Hulk said, hi, how do I delegate my Aida from Yoroi? Please go to bloompool.io/staking. But yeah, I hope you guys leave a like before we hop off here. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. We do have the watch party coming on the 17th at 12:10 EST, just like last time. It's going to be fun. Hope you guys make it there. The voting video is coming out right after this. Obviously, weekly recap, you know, how to vote tomorrow. A lot of stuff this week, probably a lot of stuff the next couple weeks. So thank you guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day.